Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Saman here, your grammar teacher. Today we are going to solve Iksc past paper of 2021 of Equilibrium level class 3 and 4. So let's start with it. The topic is honeybees and their products. It is a science contest, so it is related to science. Let's start from the first line. Some explanation is given along with the picture, and then you're at the end you are going to solve these MCQs, and you are going to find the answers from this picture and the explanation. So listen to me very attentively. Matt, Emma, and Tika visited an apiary bee farm. Apiary is called bee farm in the beginning of July. Mrs. Potter, Matt, and Emma's mom invited Tika to visit their house every 3 days. The kids want to spend more time together until July 25th, when the Potters are going on holiday. Okay, now you can see in this picture, Bee World Day. It is going to be on May 20th, and then the day is July 9th, Friday. It is Friday or 9th July. And you can see the time also. You can see the time is 9:30. It's the morning time. Okay, welcome to our house, Tika. Let's find out information about honeybees and their products. I know that a honeybee family group lives in a hive. Bees build a wax comb where honey, nectar, and eggs are stored. Here you can see a honeybee frame. Okay, this is a picture of a honeybee frame. This is honeycomb. They make this honeycomb with the wax, and this is a picture of the bee collecting nectar. Let's go on a virtual tour. Now see, the mom is saying at 12:30 we are having lunch, but first you need to tidy up your room. Okay. Now let's solve the MCQs. Number first is what did the kids visit in the beginning of July? Museum, an apiary, a park, forest, or a cave? In the first line, it is written apiary, that is called a bee farm. Okay, so this number B option is correct. Okay, next is where do the kids meet every 3 days? Okay, now here you have just read the explanation: at the apiary, at the zoo, in the park, at the potter's house, or at school. Definitely you can see in the picture that they are in a house. So they come here and meet here at the Potter's house. Potter's house is the correct answer. What time did the kids meet when they went on the virtual tour? Okay, here you can see the time on the clock. It is 9:30. So 9:30 is the time. They were going on a virtual tour, and the mom said that you have to come back till 12:30. We will go there, and you have to come back at 12:30 because it's our lunch time, and before that they have to tidy up their room. So the time on the clock was 9:30. When did the kids meet first time at Emma's house? Now here you can see the calendar is here, July 9th, Friday. So July 9th, Friday is the answer. Okay, how many times do the kids meet in July? Now you have to read it very carefully again. Here he says that Mrs. Potter invited Tika to visit their house every 3 days. Okay, now that day is 9th of July. Okay, now after 9 you are going to count three days, and that becomes, like, if you count 9 is the day on which they on which he visited Potter's house. Then 10, 11, 12. The second visit will be on 12. Then 13, 14, 15. Third visit will be on 15, 16, 17, 18. Then fourth visit will be on 18th. Then 19, 20, 21. Then fifth visit will be on 21st. Then 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And the sixth visit will be on 24th. So the correct answer is 6 times. If you count them, it's 6 times. You have to count 9th July also. Okay, so just after leaving three days, it becomes 6 times. So the kids meet in July. The kids meet 6 times in July. What's the last day when they meet in July? The last day, I just counted, it is Saturday, July 24th. Okay. Saturday, July 24th is the answer. Look at the picture on the floor in the room. There are a book, clothes, a teddy bear, two books, two slippers, a shoe, a ball, two books, a ball, a bee, two books, two balls, a teddy bear. The best answer that goes with the picture is two books and two slippers. Here you can see that there are two books on the floor and there are two slippers over here. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, how much time till lunch do the kids have for exploring online? How much time they will be having? You can count from here that at that time the time was 9:30 and they have to come back at 12:30. So in between 9:30 and 12:30 the time is 9:30, then 10:30 1 hour, 11:30 2 hour, and 12:30 3 hours. So it means that they are having 3 hours. How much time till lunch do the kids have for exploring online? That is 3 hours. 3 hours is the time. When do people celebrate the World Bee Day? Now the World Bee Day, the poster is hanging on the wall and you can see it is May 20th. Okay, it's 20th May 20. So May 20 is the answer. Who has a book about bees? So you can see here who is reading a book in the picture. The mom is having a book in her hand and she is reading about the bees. So the answer will be Mrs. Potter. Okay, it's not Mr. Potter, it's Mrs. Potter. Tika, Emma, Matt, the children are just talking with each other, and Mrs. Potter is having a book in her hand. Before lunch, the kids need to tidy up the room. We have just read this that they have the time before lunch. They have to tidy up the room. On the virtual tour, kids will find out information where? From books, on internet, on TV, from their parents, or at the local store. On internet, definitely on internet is the answer. Okay, there's another contest. Plants produce a sugar-rich liquid called nectar. Bees fly from flower to collect nectar. Also, bees pollinate. This happens when pollen is moved from one flower to another, allowing the plant to create seed, which is often wrapped in yummy fruit. Bees make honey from nectar and store it in the cells of the honeycombs. Depending on the type of flowers, honey can be colorless, golden, brown, or reddish. Now here in this paragraph we have seen that if you already know the parts of the plant or how the flower is formed, or what are the parts of the flowers have nectar and they have pollens also. Pollens are I told you that pollens are the dry powder. Okay, it is a dry powder and that is used for pollination. And nectar is a sweet sugary liquid that every flower is having, and that is a nectar collected by the honeybees and they produce honey out of it. And the pollens, they just stick with the body of the bees and they help in pollination. Like when this bee is going to sit on another plant or on other flower, then definitely those pollen are going to attach with the other flower and it helps in pollination. Okay, that's how the new flowers are formed. The growth of the flower depends on the pollination. Okay, these are the types of honey and it depends upon on which from which flowers they are collecting the nectar. Manuka, Himalaya, polyfloral, linden, acacia, manana and canola. Okay, these are the names of honeys, types of honeys. Manuka honey comes from manuka bushes which grow in New Zealand and Australia. Himalaya honey is produced by the world's largest honeybees. Polyfloral honey is produced by bees which pollinate crop flowers and wildflowers of different kinds. And banana honey or forest honey does not come from the nectar of the flowers but from the sap of the leaves and the trunks of the tree. Okay, they don't collect the nectar of the flower, they take the liquid from the leaves. If you have seen, some of the leaves are very juicy. The sap, the thick liquid that is inside the some of the leaves, that is called the sap. Okay, and trunk is the outer layer of the tree is called trunk. So from the sap of the leaves and from the trunk of the tree, banana honey is formed. Okay, honeycomb. Honeycomb is a wax mass of hexagonal cells built by honeybees. The honeycomb cells are used for storing pollen, nectar, royal jelly, and eggs. Here you can see that this is called honeycomb and it is made from wax. And this wax is afterward used by the people. Like bee wax is obtained by melting the honeycomb and it is used for candles and healthcare products. Okay, candles are formed with this honeycomb because it is made from wax. Then pollen grains. Pollen grains are carried by the bees on their back legs and then left at the hive entrance. People collect the pollen from here and use it as food or medicine. Okay, this is the form of the dried pollen grains. Then propolis, also called bee clay, is stored on the inner walls of the hive and protects it from diseases and predators. People collect propolis and use it as medicine. Propolis is also a natural antibiotic. Okay, you can see the picture of it. Bee bread. Bee bread is derived from the pollen collected by honey bees and deposited in the honey comb. The bee bread is dark brown in color and a bit sour in taste. People use it because of its natural and medicinal properties. Medicinal properties. Okay, then this is called bee bread. Then is royal jelly. Royal jelly is the food of the adult queen and the bee brood, and it has excellent healing properties. People collect the royal jelly from the honeycombs with great difficulty. Now you know that in every honeycomb there is only one bee, and the food of the honey bee, the queen bee is the queen bee. The food of the queen bee is royal jelly, and it is very scarce. Okay, and definitely it's very difficult to collect it from the honeycomb because it is very less in number. That jelly is very less in number. Then bee venom. Bee venom is produced by the working bees in order to protect themselves from predators. Venom, I told you, venom is called the poison. Okay, so worker bees, they have the venom and they protect their hive from the predators so that nobody can attack them. The bee venom is used to make medicine and it is quite difficult to collect it. It takes 4,000 bees to get 1 gram of venom. Okay, definitely it's also very difficult to collect the bee venom. And okay, let's start. Before starting the MCQs, just go through this. We have just started the types of the honeys. Okay, from where we can collect the honey, from which place the honey. Definitely it differs from place to place. Okay, like New Zealand and Australia, they have Manuka honey. Himalaya honey is produced by the world's largest bee. Then you have to keep this information in your mind also. Okay, then honeycomb, we have studied that it is used for making candles. Okay, and wax, bee wax is produced by melting it. Then we have studied about the pollen grains, it is used for the medicine. Then propolis and bee clay, okay, it is also used in medicine. Bee bread is derived from the pollen collected from the honeybees and deposited in the honeycomb. Okay, then royal jelly is the food of the queen. And then bee venom is the poison of the bee that helps the predators to get away from that helps the honeybees to keep the predators away from the beehive, and it is also used in medicine also. Okay, now let's start with it. Bees produce honey from nectar. Okay, nectar is the correct answer. We already know this, that they produce honey from nectar. Look at the picture. What types of honey are black in color? Now here you can see in the picture Manuka and Manana, they are almost black in color. So the correct answer is Manuka and Manana. Okay, which type of honey is mainly produced in Australia? In Australia, we have studied that in Australia, Manuka honey is formed. So Manuka is the correct answer. Okay, where does bee wax come from? Bee wax come from honeycomb. We have just studied. Sorry, this. Okay, bee wax. Here you can see. Yes, honeycomb. This is a picture of the honeycomb, and we get bee wax from this honeycomb. So honeycomb is the correct answer. What do bees store in honeycombs? Okay, what do they have in honeycomb? Eggs, honey, and royal jelly. Okay, let's start one by one. Honey, bee bread, and propolis. See what is propolis? Propolis is the bee clay stored in the inner walls of the hive. Yes, it is. But then royal jelly we have studied. But the main thing which is not there in this option is eggs, honey, and royal jelly. Egg is the most important thing, and honey is the most important thing. Honeycomb is made so that they can collect the honey. Then B option is eggs, honey, propolis. Then number C, eggs, bee bread, propolis, bee brood, honey and propolis, or egg, honey, and royal jelly. So number E option is correct. Okay, how do bees bring pollen to the hive entrance? On their legs. Okay, pollen grains are attached on their legs and on their wings also. So they come, they leave the pollen grains out of their hive. Okay, it is attached with their legs, and then they left it outside their beehive. Okay, on their wings, in their mouth, on their antennas, on their stings. Mostly it is attached with their legs. So number A option is correct. Why do bees deposit propolis in the hive? To protect hive from predators. Okay, this is the correct answer. Deposit propolis in the hive to protect, or to lay eggs, to build honeycombs, to eat it, to store honey. No, these all options are wrong. This is the correct option. Propolis, if you want to see here, a propolis, also called bee clay, stored on the inner walls of the hive and protected from disease and predators. Okay, so this is the correct option. It protected from the predators. Okay, number 20th is where do bees deposit the bee bread? Bee bread is deposited in honeycombs. Okay, where does pollen come from? Pollen come from flowers, definitely. Royal jelly is the food of the queen bee. Leaves, hive is the house of the bee. Honeycomb, they make honeycomb, but pollen, they come from the flowers. Flower is the correct option. Bees get pollen and nectar from flowers. How do bees help flowers? They water them, they protect them from the wind, they don't help them at all, they dry them, or they pollinate them. Yes, number B option is correct. They pollinate them. How do bees help flowers? They help flowers in pollination. So number B option is correct. People use bee products mainly for animal food, making furniture, making clothes, building houses, or food and healthcare. Honey is used for food, and the other things that we just studied, they are also used in medication. So healthcare. Number B option is correct. Which of these products are hard to get? Honey and bee wax? No. These are easy to get. Then bee wax and pollen, honey and propolis, propolis and honeycomb. Yes, royal jelly and bee venom. They are very difficult to collect, and it is written in the explanation also. Here you can see that bee venom is the most difficult thing to collect. It takes 4,000 bees to get 1 gram of venom. Okay, and same is the case with royal jelly, as it is said that it is collected with great difficulty. Here you can see the explanation. So that's all for this paper. I hope you are practicing it at home first. Try to do it by yourself and then check your answers from the slide. Okay, thank you so